We move on to regressive alterations of teeth in the form of attrition, abrasion, erosion, abfraction, pulp calcifications, resorption of teeth, hypercementosis, and cementicles. Attrition is defined as a physiologic wearing away of tooth substance due to tooth-to-tooth contact. It predominantly occurs on the occlusal surface and the proximal surfaces. When extensive, it causes pulp exposure. Abrasion is a pathologic wearing away of tooth substance because of abnormal mechanical processes. The commonest cause of abrasion is improper brushing technique or horizontal brushing technique, which causes gingival recession, exposure of the cemento-enamel junction, where a V-shaped notch is seen. Other areas where abrasion can be seen are the incisal margins due to habits like holding pencils, toothpicks or bobby pins, or the pipe of the pipe smoker in the mouth, and also professionally in tailors and carpenters who hold the needles, the tags and the nails in their mouth. Erosion is a chemical wearing away of tooth substance which is commonly seen on the palatal surfaces of maxillary anteriors. They manifest as shallow spoon-shaped depressions, mainly due to chronic vomiting where the acidic gastric vomit comes in contact with the palatal surfaces of the maxillary anteriors. There is increased incisal translucency seen, and at times erosion is also seen in people working in pickling plants or the acid factories or the asbestos factories where there are acid fumes in the environment. Abfraction is loss of tooth by tensile and compressive forces during tooth flexure. The tooth loss is mainly confined to the gingival and the cervical thirds of the crown. Teeth resorption or tooth root resorption is of two types. It can be physiological, which normally occurs in shedding of teeth seen on the roots of deciduous teeth, or resorption could be pathological, which is of two types. One is external resorption, where the etiology could be periapical inflammation, reimplantation of teeth, growing cysts and tumors, mechanical forces like orthodontic tooth movement, and idiopathic. Or we have another type of resorption, which is internal resorption, which occurs within the tissue of the pulp, dental pulp, due to inflammatory pulpal hyperplasia. Internal tooth resorption it begins centrally, and it is also called as the pink tooth of mummery because the tooth appears pink in color. This is because there is resorption of dentine, where the inflammatory hyperplastic pulpal tissue is seen through the enamel, which gives pink color to the tooth. This is commonly seen in the maxillary incisors, and hence it is called as a pink tooth of mummery. The resorption of dentine is caused by osteoclast-like multinucleated resorptive cells, and hence the name odontoclastoma. Pulp calcifications could be free, attached, or embedded. They are either discrete pulp stones called as denticles or diffuse calcification. Discrete pulp stones are again classified as true denticles, which will show tubular dentine, and false denticles, which show atubular dentine in a concentric manner, which is deposited around a central nidus. Diffuse calcification are irregular calcific bodies commonly seen in the radicular pulp. Moving on to forensic odontology, it is defined as that branch of dentistry which is in the interest of justice, deals with the proper handling and examination of dental evidence, and with proper evaluation and presentation of dental findings. The need for forensic odontologist is for identification of found human remains, identification in mass fatalities, bite mark injuries, child abuse, age estimation, sex and race estimation, identification of blood groups, identification by dentures and restorations. For age estimation, there are different methods like Knoller's method and DeGemerid's method. Factors that aid in age estimation are tooth germs, mineralization, completion of crown and roots, enamel and neonatal line, clinical time, eruption time, secondary dentine deposition and cementum formation, root dentine transparency, gingival recession, discoloration and staining patterns seen on teeth, changes in the chemical composition, diseases, influence of disease and malnutrition, and influence of sex on tooth eruption. The methods used are visual, radiographic, histological, physical, and chemical. Bite marks are defined as a physical alteration in or on medium caused by contact of teeth. It represents a pattern left on an object or tissue by the dental structures of an animal or a human being. They are circular or oval pattern injury consisting of two opposing U-shaped arches separated at their base by an open space representing throat or posterior portion of the mouth. Patterns of bite marks can be left on the skin by pressure against cloth or wire, or by cloth interposed between skin and the teeth. Sometimes bite marks can also be made by animals. The material can be procured by visual examination, photography, or by impression technique. Cheloscopy is another part in the forensic odontology which is being studied. It is a study of lip prints. There are different grooves on the lips which are said to be heritable and individualistic. The grooves appear as simple wrinkles or compound wrinkles which give different patterns, type 1 to type 5. The type 1 pattern is vertical, then only partial vertical pattern is type 2. Type 3 is branched pattern of grooves. Type 4 is intersected pattern, and type 5 is the reticular pattern that is seen on the lips. I thank you very much.